was made was asked. It was asked. Not the offer was sent to us. It was asked, were we willing to fight Jaron Ennis next? The answer was yes. You heard Eddie Hearn say this is a broken record. You heard him say in the interview, we talked to Bob. They want to make the fight. You talked to Bob. Bob them talked to us, asked us that we wanted. We said, hell yeah, let's make the fight. You see me come out screaming from the mountaintops, hey, bro, you a bitch if you don't call us out next. You blah, blah, blah. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? He go to the interview. I don't know what I want to do. I want to go on vacation. I want to go talk to my family. I want to go talk to my dad. I want to go. He want to do everything else. When in a post fight, when my son did his post fight interview, he says, I want the winner. He said, whoever the winner is, what's up? What y'all want to do? He tells Jen Sasaki, hey, if I can't get these unification bouts, we can make that happen. These are facts. I can't make this up. Like I said, I can't make this shit up.
I'm gonna play this audio one more time for the people that are just coming in. Okay.
Absolutely available now. You know, I mean, we've made them an offer last week, and we've even said to them, if you are taking that fight in Japan, let's lock the fight in for after that. October, November, December, whenever. And they come back and say, we don't want to talk about any other fights until we have this fight. So, I don't know. I mean, we can't rely on Brian Norman to chase any kind of greatness because the purse is outrageous in terms of what he's made. And, you know, it's a massive purse that we've offered him. So, I don't know.
A massive.
Well, let me say this too, though. Let me say this too. First of all, here's the thing, that's kind of why we thinking that he want to do this, because after this fight, that shit he just said will be null and void. The purse is massive. I don't know what the fuck, unless they sit some numbers I don't know about. It's not massive compared to what we're about to make. It's not massive compared to what we're about to make. So
you
that's
guys
a lot.
About to make $1 million?
Hear what I just told you. It's not massive for what we're about to make. So I think that's kind of what he want to do. You feel what I'm saying? He has that talking point right now, but after this fight, he won't even have that talking point no more. Like I said, things are gonna change. So why would we negotiate that fight like that? That don't make sense. So that won't even be true. So he said it's a massive offer. That's not true. You said you want to do it November, December, October. We said September. We said when he said September in the interview, we said that's fine. Now let me make this clear too. With Jen Sasaki, because like I said, my son's 24 years old, and I've always said he got his own career to manage it and to go through on his own. 24 years old, my son still got fights to live. He want to fight. So if Jen Sasaki was offering a fight in June 19th, no matter what, we still would have took that fight, no matter what. So if they was talking about fighting in September, August, not August, but September or October or November, like he's saying, we still would have took that fight. We still would have took Jen Sasaki fight. It only makes sense. Why would you not double up? I don't know what kind of money that don't make sense. Why would you not get worldwide exposure? How many people are offered a fight in Japan? Fighting in Japan is an experience. Fighting across seas is an experience. You know, you have some people that go through their whole career and they never fight overseas. They never fought across seas. I've had 30 fights. I had 31 fights now. I've never fought overseas. I never fought across. I fought out of the country, but I never fought across the waters. I fought in Canada. I fought in Mexico. I never fought across the waters. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, how many people? That's an experience. That's an offer. Like some people, you heard Zab say he never fought in Japan. Zab is a fucking a Hall of Famer. We want to fight in Japan. We want to fight in UK. We want to fight wherever the fuck we can fight at. You ain't gonna get those kind of fights over there. You know what I'm saying? In your favor, that's not gonna happen. The only time you don't get a fight overseas is gonna be in the overseas person's favor.
Okay. Do you feel like you know that as soon as this fight is done with Jen Sasaki, you guys are gonna be entertaining this? You think that that's still gonna be an option for you guys?
There's no other fight. There's no other fight. I've been vocal about saying this. My son been vocal about saying this. That's the biggest fight he wants. That's what he wanted a homecoming after this because we honestly we didn't think that Boots wanted to fight him. I told you I was starting to believe that Boots didn't want to fight him because I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you got your promoter right next to you saying at the press conference, we talked to Bob. They want to make the fight, and then they come over. They pan over to you. They don't want to make the fight. When I can show you the text messages via me and Bozit all the way through. They knew we wanted to fucking fight. They knew we did everything in the world to make the fight the first time. They knew that. You feel what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I mean, that's the only fight my son wants is Boots. That's the first one he wanted. It was the first one on the menu. We didn't think he was gonna fight him, so we was gonna try to get a homecoming fight after that. But again, after this, I'm thinking that again, he's still proving the top rank that he's a hot commodity. That you know what I'm saying. So who says, like I said, if top rank, if he wins his fight in dominant fashion, maybe then we'll be talking about a co-promotion. You understand? And we ain't got to do it. We can go to Vegas. We can do otherwise we going to Philly. So all the people who think we ain't going to Philly, all the people think we scared to go to Atlantic City, we going. We go
Yeah.
at this point, unless something changes with the promotion or the co-promotion or whatever the case may be. If y'all worried about all of that, option no, we going to Philly. We ain't worried about them niggas. We going.
Mm,
One thing you can't never say about me, you ain't never caught me in one lie.
mm.
You ain't never caught me in one lie. I barely even misspeak. You feel what I'm saying? And I speak so fucking fast because it's the truth. The truth don't ever change. You can fucking reword whatever question you ask me a million times. The same answer gonna come back to the same fucking results. You
Now,
feel me?
okay. So far, so for the people that are just tapping in, yes, they sent the offer and they're gonna plan on entertaining that offer after the fight with Jen Sasaki. Am I right?
The fight with Boots is happening next.
Jen Sasaki's happening next.
I mean, you know what I mean. After Jen Sasaki, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. The
Mm-hmm.
fight with Boots, yeah, the fight with Boots is next on the menu after Jen Sasaki. We're gonna go over there, take care of our business the way we're supposed to take care of our business, and then we whooping his ass. We whooping Boots' ass. That's for goddamn show.
Mm.
Hey, look, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait because again, I told you I was done talking about it. I told you, I said, bro, I'm done talking about it because I done fucking said everything I had to say. You know what I'm saying? I said, this motherfucker ain't got to say nothing. He ain't got to say nothing. If we tell him we want to fight, he did a whole fucking interview. They thought my son didn't call him out because he said he wanted a winner. I seen people doing podcasts saying, "Oh, he ducking Boots. He didn't call him out." When I had to fucking point out to him, yes, he did call him out. He said he wanted a winner. So if Boots happened to be the winner, he calling him out. He's saying he want that work. That's calling him out. But when Boots get asked, "Do he want to fight my son?" He don't even give an answer. He don't even say an answer. How Sway? How how is that possible? But
Mm.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for the fight because again, it's some things I know. I ain't finna go into it. That's his ass though, but we good.
Shit, man. Very odd to see Eddie come out, ahead of time talking about this.
Very
Um,
odd to see him come out 4 weeks before the opponent is about to fight.
just it just makes me feel like in the next couple of weeks we're gonna get a
Right, someday he gonna fight somebody else.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I could
look, and
definitely
the
see
fan,
that.
and his fan, and look, and Boost fans gonna
But
eat
he
that shit.
tried,
Right?
but they did try to make the fight though.
No, they didn't. No, they
No,
didn't, Neil.
you all you had to do is sign.
We said yes. We're not going to negotiate the terms.
That's what I'm
We haven't
saying.
even negotiated the term. What are you talking about? Sign? Sign what?
Right,
We
right, right,
haven't negotiated the terms. There's nothing to sign.
right,
There's no
right.
contract to sign.
There ain't no
Stop.
con-
There's no contract to sign. We haven't negotiated the terms. We said we're not even going to discuss these terms of this of this fight that we agreed to until after we take care of this fight. There is no contract to sign. You
Okay.
feel what I'm saying?
So this offer,
Again, huh?
this is not a legitimate offer, is what you're saying.
No, it was an ask. Are you willing to fight? Yes. Okay. Well, let's go and lock in. No, we're not negotiating. I guess we're not negotiating shit until after this fight. We're not speaking on no terms. No. How can you listen? let's say again, it ain't gonna happen, but let's say my son lose. How do you know the terms that you're talking about? How do you even know what terms are being talked about? You know what I'm saying? If you come in with a non-title holder, like you feel me? It don't make sense. None of it makes sense. So it does sound like he on some bullshit. So
Mm.
you asked me. He said, and he again. Let's keep in mind. He said November, October, December. He said these months. So if you said those months way this far out, you shouldn't have no problem waiting 4 weeks till we fight to make to do negotiations. You didn't have no problem with that. We've said a million times that I mean, him laughing with that smug ass laugh. I'm like, bro, you smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Why when Jaron Ennis, when he asked about my son, he don't even fucking say, yeah, I'll fight him, I'll whoop his ass tomorrow. Why when he don't say that nobody call him a duck? That shit is amazing to me. That shit is amazing, man. But hey,
Mm.
that's the world we live in, man. It's all about fans. You see what happened to Ryan Garcia because of this fandemonium. You see what happened to shit. What hell? Even with Devin Haney because of their fandom. It's all the fandom. It's all fandemonium, man. It's all nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's nothing. Again, like I said, they fucked around. They let some real ones in. The blue collar worker. We're gonna come in. We're gonna do what we do, and we're gonna be successful
Mm.
on both ends. On both ends. That's gonna be on Jen Sasaki end and in Philly on Jaron Ennis end.
What are the chances of you seeing them move up in weight, move up in the
Then he
division?
then he running like I said. You can go back and find my interviews where I said he better not run. If he do that or do anything else before 4 weeks, you can't say he shouldn't have to wait on me because the man said a fight in October, November, December, whenever. He said that. So that means he ain't looking to fight next month. He ain't looking to hurry up and get something locked down. I mean, to me, I think I don't know if it's Eddie trying to pull some shit because that was Boo's last fight with them. That was Boo's last fight with that in that
Matchroom.
negotiation with Matchroom. That's his last fight with Matchroom. So I don't know if he was trying to see if he can pull that off or I don't know what that's about. But you know what I'm saying? But this gonna get out, and it's only common sense. Boots understand. I'm not blaming him because he ain't the one that said it. Eddie the one that's saying it. So I'm not blaming Boots for this. I'm just saying Eddie the one that's trying to like how the fuck you trying to negotiate a fight when the fight is already done? It don't make sense. That's all. Man, it's not even fucking 10 minutes worth of talking, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the man said in every single interview, I'm locked in on Stanionis. I'm locked in on these three belts. I win this, and then I figured out, well, do you want to fight Norman next? He's been talking. His dad talk. He talks a lot. Well, you gonna go shut him up? Well, I'm not even worried about that. I ain't thinking about them. What I'm gonna do? Well, damn. Where's the same energy? Where's that energy? You know what I'm saying? If we dare say, if we would have said, if they asked us did we want to fight them, and we said, no, we ain't thinking about them until after the fight. We ain't say that. We say yes.
Mm.
The answer was yes. You feel what I'm saying? He said in public. No, I ain't studying them. I'm thinking about staying on this. We said yes. Every single time, every single interview, every single time the question was brought to us, we said yes. Never said no. Never said maybe. Never said, well, let's see. Never said, let's see what happens. He said, let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Let me go talk to my family. Let's see what the best options are. We never said none of that. We said yes every single time.
Do you feel like if he does move up, do you guys feel like you missed the boat?
No, he ain't the biggest fight.
Who's the
He
biggest
ain't the
fight?
biggest fight. No, he ain't. No, I'm saying he's not the biggest fight no more. You still got the big names coming up, so I mean the bigger fights can be made. If you talking $1 million, like I just said, after this fight right here, they're not gonna be able to say none of that shit. They're talking about the money we made. So if you want to try to count our pockets, that's gonna be null and void and in the history books. So then after that, everything else is pretty much in the same playing field. He's not the biggest fight. He's not the biggest money. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? With Ryan and Devin and hell, even Rolly, even with Ryan, Devin, and Rolly, beating Ryan and Teofimo. Like he's not the biggest name. It's all about, I mean, shit. Hopefully, if we can fuck around and beat the right people at the right time or whatever else, then we fuck around and get on Turkey eyeball. Then shit, you never know. He paying whatever for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You never know what may happen. He not the biggest fight. That's what always tripped me out about this when I said from the beginning is it's killing me how they acting like if he was. It's pretty much what they saying. If he was never in boxing, that money wouldn't be available. Well, if you look at the money that them motherfuckers, the welterweights just made last week, way more than him, us put together. Them welterweights that just fought last Friday made more than all of us put together. Me, his whole career, our whole career put together, them welterweights just made more than that. They did. 20 million. Ryan made 20 million. That's more. I don't care what you put it at. So with that being said, I mean he not no cash cow. He not no cash. One point that's not a cash cow no more. After we fight, we fight. That's not a cash cow. So you it's like
But
you dangling that
that's
over.
because Turkey. That's because Turkey's involved.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, you hear what I just said? I said if we could fuck around and get in his eyes. I said that. If we could fuck around and be the T.O. or be one of his, you know what I'm saying? I said that. Listen, everything I said makes sense. You can't never cross me up. I'm gonna cross right back and tell you exactly what I said and tell you exactly what I meant. You'll never get me crossed up. I don't care how fast I talk. Because it's all makes sense. That's it. We gonna get this fight popping. His ass is next. I'm happy they called it out. He better not fight nobody else because then I think that the reasonable people, you know what I'm saying, besides the kids and the dummies and just the bootlickers, the reasonable people will understand, okay, so like what even what you questioning, it don't seem right there. It don't see the timing seems kind of odd, right? Don't you agree with that? Do you
The
agree with that?
timing, yeah, it's 4 weeks before you fight.
The timing of Eddie saying it's 4 weeks before my fight seems a bit odd. Why would he do that? Right? And then why would you press for us to lock in on a contract and negotiate a contract before that? Why would you do that? You don't know what's going to happen in that fight. Why would you do that? It's odd. So the people like you, the older people, because like I said, I got some young motherfuckers in my inbox that's so retarded. The older people who got a little sense or whatever else gonna start to see and start to realize, yeah, nah, they full of shit, they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They playing games, they pulling wool over our eyes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna start to understand. You know what I mean? But again, it's gonna be more and more and more. It's gonna be little by little. We started under the bottom, so it's only to be expected.
So I was getting some of these questions here, but Hector, thank you for the $5. Blessing Senior. Hold on 1 second here. Blessing Senior, do your son ever plan on moving up to 154 pounds? Would he do it for an opportunity?
Yeah, it would. We talked about that last night.
Yeah.
So that's why I told you before. I try not to answer questions too much no more without talking to him. Remember I told you that before because he done got older. He his own man, and we don't talk about everything. And I don't know where he at. Sometimes I'm going right, he might go left. You know what I'm saying? So if I say it, then that's what it is. But yeah, no, he will go to 154. He will go to 154. Yeah, absolutely. So hey, Boots ain't got nowhere to run. So we not worried about that either.
When did you sign the contract to fight Jin Sasaki?
June, not June. I'm sorry. What month is it?
We're in May.
End of April.
Okay.
It was after It was after Boots fight. That's definitely. It was like because we was waiting on that. It was the end of April.
Didn't you fight Cuevas in the end of
We
April?
fought Quaver. No, we fought Quaver March 29th.
Okay.
In the March we fought Quaver. We waited for Boots on. Well, we didn't wait for him, but we saw Boots fight on the 12th. We didn't. They was already talking about it, discussing it. I don't think an offer was even made to us for. They had already asked, like I said, how it works. They asked you, do you want to fight him? We had already said yes. He said yes publicly. But the first offer, and we had to negotiate that deal. The first offer for Jin Sasaki wasn't made till after Boots fight. The first offer wasn't made till after that. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Mm.
We didn't.
Mm.
We didn't. We counter offered just so y'all know how offers work. We counter offered. They came back. They came back with something, and I mean, we made it work. Cause we
Okay.
definitely didn't want to. We didn't want to lose the fight.